Hey Jujutsu Kaisen fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a crazy thought experiment. What if your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen characters had to face real-life consequences for their actions? That's right. We're imagining how these sorcerers and curses would fare in an actual courtroom. So let's get into it. First up, we have the one and only Satoru Gojo. He might be the strongest sorcerer, but in the real world, Gojo would be in some serious trouble for endangering public safety with his reckless use of cursed energy. In real life, Gojo could be sentenced to 25 years in solitary confinement for using his powers in public places, followed by 10 years on probation. Sorry, Gojo, but no Infinity Void can save you from this one. Next, let's talk about Yuji Itadori. We all know he's a good guy, but harboring Sukuna, the king of curses, that's a big no-no. In a real courtroom, Yuji would be convicted for harboring a deadly criminal, and that criminal is none other than Sukuna. His sentence: life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 20 years, but only under strict surveillance to make sure Sukuna stays locked down. Tough break, Yuji. Speaking of Sukuna, let's not forget about the king of curses himself. Mass murder, terrorism, and centuries of destruction. This guy is the definition of bad news. If Sukuna ever faced a real-world trial, his crimes would lead to either execution or indefinite supernatural confinement. No chance of parole for this guy. Next up is Megumi Fushiguro. His Shikigami summoning skills are awesome, but in the real world, summoning dangerous creatures could put innocent civilians at risk. Megumi would be facing 15 years in prison for reckless endangerment, plus some serious community service to clean up after the damage his Shikigami caused. Hopefully, those divine dogs can help with the cleanup. Now we have Nobara Kugisaki. She's a total badass, but in real life, her hammer and nails fighting style would be considered assault with a deadly weapon. For that, Nobara would be looking at 10 years in prison for assault and battery, and you can bet there'd be a few lawsuits for damages along the way. That's the price of being a badass, I guess. Moving on to Suguru Gito, the mastermind of rebellion. In the real world, his plans for non-sorcerer genocide would be classified as terrorism. Suguru would be hit with the harshest penalty possible: life imprisonment without parole. His extremist views? No place for them in the real world. Now let's talk about Toji Fushiguro. As a contract killer and assassin, Toji's actions would definitely land him in hot water. Toji could either face the death penalty or life in prison without parole for his countless crimes. No surprise there, he's got a pretty deadly resume. Finally, we have Mahito. Manipulating souls, torturing humans. This guy takes cruelty to a whole new level. In real life, Mahito would be sentenced to life imprisonment for torture, human experimentation, and mass murder. And yeah, there's no way this guy would ever get parole. And that's a wrap. Those are the sentences our Jujutsu Kaisen characters would face if they had to answer for their crimes in the real world. What do you think? Did the punishments fit the crimes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more awesome content. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay cursed.